Hey, party people. Thanks for coming back to Ethically Challenged, where we discuss ethically challenged individuals. Today we have an Elomir video, and if you don't know who Elomir is, it's the little Listerine strip company. And I wanted to talk about them a little bit because, man, it's been a little crazy on the gram as I'm scrolling through on their hashtag hit the strip, which would typically be used for Vegas. But anyway, so the people I'm covering, they're a husband and wife duo. They are public figures. So in the unlikely chance that they see my small little channel's video, you are public figures. They are public figures. They have like 52,000 followers on Facebook. So I think we're safe in that regards. I'm not going to say their names, but still. Okay. So it looks like this was the first call that they did, or the first live they did after they decided to join Elomir. And they're going to go into a little bit of their story. I haven't watched the full thing. I just kind of watched a little bit of it and it seemed interesting. So without any further delay, let's get into it.
Since we've gone live.
It's been a while, guys.
That's what it's called. Did you know I labeled it It's Been a While?
Oh, did you? I didn't even notice that.
Yep. So we can sing the song. It's been a while. No?
No? No.
So are we gonna see comments on this?
I don't know. Well, there's one viewer.
I don't know if we're gonna see comments.
I know sometimes. Let me see if I can't.
If you guys jump on, say hi in the comments. Say hi if you're here. If you're not watching this live,
why are
hashtag
your comments
replay.
turned off and mine are turned on?
No, I see it. Look. Hi.
Oh.
Hey, Care. Hey, Michelle. Okay, I do see it. Yes.
All right,
Yay. We have comments. Oh my gosh. It has been so long since we've been live on here. Hey, hey. Hey, guys. So we had to come live because we have so many. How do I turn off all these messenger chat thingies that happen?
Notifications, you gotta deal with them.
They're going off like crazy.
Do you want to say hi? Okay, come here. Oh. Everyone say hello to Walter. It's my putty tat. He's a big old fat boy. He's a big mush. Back into it. I just figured you guys want to see my cat.
New, but it's new.
It's new.
And I will tell you guys all about it. We're going to tell you a little bit about our story and how we got here. A lot of you that have been with us for a while and have been watching us know that we had a pretty crazy rough year and a half or so, right?
Yep.
And a lot of you who have been following our journey, you know that the past year and a half, we've kind of been lost. We did try a couple companies that we just didn't have our passion for. And to be quite honest, if we didn't have something in the back of our minds that could possibly happen, I think we would have gone back to our jobs. And the thought of that was scary because I had left my ER nursing job probably, 3 years ago now? Mm-hmm. Or is it more? It might be more. And the thought of having to go back to that, I mean, obviously.
So, what bothers me is that a lot of the times in these MLM companies, they demonize the 9-to-5. And while that may not be for everyone, it is for some people. Like me personally, I work a 9-to-5. And is it my favorite thing in the world? No, but it's a steady paycheck at the end of the day, and I don't hate it. You know, I mean, realistically, it keeps my lights on, and I'm thankful for that. And I get wanting to get out of that work grind, and some people they're just not cut out for that 9-to-5 office life, or or whatever your 9-to-5 is. But they really just make it seem like the most genuinely worst thing ever. At least you're getting paid. At least you're getting paid. At the end of the day, you're getting paid. And I'm sorry if I keep looking down here. My monitor, well, I'm screen mirroring onto my iPad. And that's down here, and I keep meaning to look up here, so forgive me. But you see this a lot where they demonize the 9-to-5. It's the worst thing ever, and I don't understand it. I don't get it, but I know why they do it. They want you to buy into this work from home shtick, when in reality nowadays you can do that with a multitude of jobs, especially after the panini. And so that you can genuinely see that she had a anxiety on her face about returning to that 9-to-5 life. And I also find it strange that nurses are often commonly targeted people. I was having a conversation fairly recently with a subscriber in the comments about how he noticed that teachers are often a group of people that are targeted or seem to peddle these MLM wares. And I want to do a video on that, and so put in the comments if that's something you're interested in, a video of common targeted groups and why I personally think they're a targeted group. So yeah, just sound off in the comments if that's something that you would be interested in.
Obviously was very, very frustrating and shocking and everything, but I have to do that. Hi guys. Hi Brandy. Hi Maya. If you guys are watching this right now, say hi. If you're watching it on the replay, say replay. We want to tell you a little bit about our backstory. And I know that we didn't tell a lot. I know a lot of you have seen what we have been going through in the past year and a half. You saw the trials, the tribulations that we had gone through. We didn't really tell our story very much. And you know what? We're not going to tonight, because that was our past. And what we have definitely learned is that it had to happen. We have learned so much through all of that horrible.
Yes, it didn't happen to us, it happened for us.
And that's cliche, right? You hear that all the time.
I hate that. I hate that rhetoric with a fiery, burning passion. It didn't happen to us, it happened for us. No, it happened to you, and it was a shitty thing that happened to you. Not everything bad that happens to you happens for a reason. It just fucking happens sometimes. And while I do subscribe somewhat to things happen for a reason, sure, but not all shitty things happen to you for a reason, for there to be some greater outcome of the situation. And you hear that in MLMs a lot, and it's like, it almost falls in line of that, my trauma made me stronger. No, I made me stronger. My trauma fucking sucked. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So again, not to sound like a broken record, it may not necessarily have happened to you for a reason. It happened, and it's shitty, and that's okay.
But it really did this time. I mean, we had lots of prayers. We didn't tell our story about what happened to us when we left a previous company that we were in a big depression, and lots of you saw that. You saw us lose Brandon's mom, and we were in a dark spot for a long time. But funny thing is, I'm going to talk about how everything...
I should also probably add that I'm terribly sorry for their loss. It sucks losing someone close to you, as I'm sure many of you know. But it also, it doesn't excuse shitty behavior, but nonetheless, it is a terrible, terrible thing to happen to you. And yes, it happened to them. It didn't happen for a reason. And I don't like that. She didn't die so that you could join another pyramid scheme. She passed because it was her time to go, and that sucks. That's all there is to it. The pain points are already starting.
Comes full circle because we actually, hi guys, we haven't been on here in so long. Hi guys. We actually became friends with someone who, when we were in that previous business, we actually thought hated us. We thought that they hated us because of a lot of things that were said, a lot of things that were done. And it was funny. We got a phone call out of the blue from somebody who called Brandon and happened to connect us with this person who we thought hated us, right? Yep. And we developed this relationship, and it was kind of crazy because we had gone through so much trauma in the previous business that we developed a really, really strong relationship based upon that trauma. And it's nice to have somebody, I don't know if you guys are, but when you go through a traumatic experience in life, it's nice to have someone who feels the same as you do and that you can talk to and relate to, right? And I hope you guys all have somebody like that in your life, because it's really important to have somebody who cares about you, who loves you, that you can just relate with and get through some of your traumas with, because that's how I felt. And so about maybe 9 months ago, would you say it's 9 months ago? I think it's around 9 months ago.
9, 10, something like that.
9-10 months ago, we got this product that we tried, and it was raw form. It wasn't in a strip. We're going to tell you about our strips. I know you've been seeing the strips all over the place, right? We'll tell you about them in a minute. But it was at a time in our lives where we were having a lot of...
Hold on. So they got it in raw form. Does that mean that they just got like a little jar with NAC, turmeric, and B vitamins in it? I think that's the third ingredient. Now I'm just picturing like this little jar with just raw ingredients in it, and you can buy those separately over the counter from freaking Amazon. What the fuck?
Of sadness. That's the best way I can put it. And there was a time when I felt like I couldn't even get out of bed. I felt like I disappointed my family. I felt like my kids were traumatized because of the situation. We didn't know if we were going to have to sell our house. We didn't know if we were going to have to go back to work. But what did wind up happening is that we tried this product, and it was at a time when everybody needed it. Everybody, right? We didn't know what the product was going to do, and we didn't know what the product was for. But we got sent this raw product. Wasn't on a strip yet, guys. We got told, try this product. Carolee says 10 months. 10 months. Okay, Carolee, it was 10 months. Okay. We got told, try this product and call me in 5 minutes. And I'm not going to lie, I was like...
So it sounds like, and I'm sorry I'm pausing this so much, but I have opinions. So it sounds like she had a really, and I don't know what company she was in prior to this. If I can figure out which one, I'll post it here on the screen. If I can figure out how to, because I'm an editing newbie. But so it sounds like she had a bad experience with a previous MLM. She didn't make any money, and she was worried she was going broke, or that they were going broke. And it sounds like it was a pretty traumatic experience leaving their previous MLM, and it left everybody with some wounds. and they were worried about having to go back to their 9 to 5, worrying about having to sell their house. All valid things that you would have to worry about if you sunk a ton of money into an MLM. And, you know, and this is something that you often see a lot. And there's a creator currently that, never mind, we're not going to get into that. But, you know, it sounds like they needed to do some healing. They needed to get some therapy and work through what happened to them and find a way to recover after getting out of that MLM. And it sounds like they just jumped into this one. Maybe not immediately after, but before they had properly healed and were able to see, you know, what, and cope with what had happened to them. And it sounds like they were preyed upon in that vulnerable moment, as you usually see. That's really unfortunate.
Okay, we're just gonna trust you. We're gonna trust this product because we knew who was backing this product. We knew where it came from. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But we took this raw form of product, and I'm gonna tell you guys, we put that stuff under our tongue. It was a liquid form at the time, and it was horrible.
The taste of it wasn't great.
Oh no, like no.
But you felt awesome.
I was like, is this really what it's gonna taste like? But I will tell you, I trusted and I said, okay, let's trust the process. Let's go, right? And I started cleaning the kitchen. I started doing the dishes. And the first thing that I noticed was that while I was doing the dishes, I got this I noticed that there was this big smile on my face. And I'm like, I'm doing the dishes and I'm smiling. I don't know why I'm smiling, right? And so I looked over at Brandon, and Brandon had taken it and he was in the living room and he had this big cheesy smile on his face. And he said to me, babe, are you feeling this? And I said, yeah, I am. I'm feeling this. We didn't know what we were supposed to feel, but we did call Van, okay? And I said, Van, I don't know what I'm supposed to feel. I don't know what this is supposed to do, but I'm going to tell you how I feel. And she's like, yeah, I want to know every single thing. I want to know exactly how you guys are feeling on this. And so Brandon said, to begin with,
I was telling her, I was like, I feel happy. I was like, the craziest thing is I can't stop smiling. But what it also did is it allowed me to calm down all my thoughts. So I always got 100 things going on in my mind. Like I'm thinking about cutting the grass. I'm thinking about getting the pool clean. I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, the filter went on my, there we go. I had to get rid of that. I have a filter on my lips. So I always have 100 thoughts going through my mind. And what it did is it allowed me to calm down all my thoughts.
You do, you have lipstick on, babe.
It's crazy. It allowed me to calm down all my thoughts and just focus on whatever I wanted to focus on. I don't even worry about the filter.
I will say, as loud and obnoxious as her laugh is, it is very infectious and it's very hard not to cackle with her.
Now I got lipstick.
We have some filter on though. You have the filter, I don't. That is the craziest thing. Now I have it. I caught it. I caught the filter. You can catch it. It's like a
weird catchy thing. She's a nurse. You mean like sickness? You know what? I'm gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna leave that there.
A weird catchy thing. That's so weird. Anyway, so we got some filter on. No. Anyway, so when I said to Van, listen, I don't know what I'm supposed to feel or what this is supposed to do, but I can tell you how I feel. I feel like I'm cleaning my kitchen. And normally, right, I have triggers. I have reasons that I feel very like on edge. And most of those are like, I don't know about you guys, if you have teenagers, okay, I got teenagers and they come into my kitchen and they go into my refrigerator and they pull out food and they make a mess and they leave it there, right? And I said, I just cleaned my kitchen, and I believe that if my kids came in here and started making that same mess that they always do, that I just let it roll off my shoulders. That I just felt like there was this overwhelming calm sensation that I felt, and I would not have cared if my kids came in there making a big ruckus, making a mess. And she said, that is exactly how you should feel. And we are moving forward with this formula. And guys, that product, I knew from way back then when we first tried it in its raw form, how many people's lives that we were going to change with this product. But babe, stop giving hearts from your phone.
Why not?
He's supporting us from his phone. Now you have lipstick on again. I have to catch it again. That is so weird. Did you see that? It was like some kind of craziness. I just like go to the right and I catch the lipstick. It's very, very odd. Anyway, so I knew how many lives we were going to change, but the problem is that she didn't know when it could happen or if it was going to happen. And so we had to kind of move on with our lives, right? Because we just didn't know if it was going to happen. So we did. We moved on with our lives. Well, we sort of moved on with our lives, and, you know, we started a couple other businesses, and we just, it's not in us not to try and not to run and not to like, you know, really, really, truly focus on businesses, but we had no passion at all for anything that we were doing, because I think in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, what if? Like, what if for some reason she can figure out this product? What if for some reason we can move forward and start a whole new life knowing that we can change so many lives with this product? And guys, I want to stop right here and tell you guys, I don't know who's on here watching right now, but there are some haters. Like haters, haterade. Like, I've never seen so much hate in my life, but the only reason that could ever be is because people are afraid of what we have. That is the only reason that so much hate can happen. Now, I see people that are saying things like, oh, everybody's promoting a product that they haven't even tried, and people are using Post-it notes and they're using cheese. First of all,
Okay. Could it possibly be, just throwing this out there, you know, could it possibly be that so many people were calling it out because it was sketchy? Sketchy as all hell? The fact that there were so many reps out there who signed up for this company never having tried the product. So many reps out there who were pretending to have tried the product. The fact that so many people on launch day were ranking up when it wasn't available to the customers yet. No, we're drinking the haterade because we're jealous of their Listerine strips. No, it's just unethical as fuck.
I love cheese. I love cheese. Just letting you guys know, but you know, it's just so crazy that I should have went into my Forrest Gump thing. Like, I love cheese. I love white cheese. I love yellow cheese. But yes, so many jealous, I'm sure. But here's the thing. All of us have been fighting for so long. And I don't know about you guys, if you have any children in school and you know what bullying is like. And I hope none of you have to experience what we've experienced throughout middle school with our daughter.
For the record, I wasn't rolling my eyes at children being bullied. I was rolling my eyes because I can see where she's headed with this. Awful that her daughter is experiencing or did experience this, no child should be bullied. But I can see where she's going, and I'm just going to call it out now. She's going to say that the anti-MLM movement has been bullying her and her husband, or the reps in Elomir, because I'm not sure when exactly this came out. I know it was within the last couple of months, but yeah, I can see where she's going with that. I just don't want you to think that I'm rolling my eyes at her daughter being bullied, because I'm not. She's an innocent child and doesn't deserve
it. Because if you know what bullying is like in middle school, I mean, at this point, with how this world is, maybe elementary school, okay? We have dealt with it with our daughter, and it has been devastating. Devastating, because I saw a child who was so full of life and so full of love wind up coming home every day worried about her appearance, worried about what people were saying or thinking about her. Just completely she said her mind was always all over the place, and she didn't know what the right things to say were. She's worried about that, about what people might say about her. And guys, I've seen bullying. I've seen my daughter change it from a person who, and if any of you guys know my daughter, put it in the comments. If you know my daughter, you know the girl talks about anybody. She takes after Brandon, okay? She can talk to anyone. She can become best friends with, your 80-year-old grandma who's sitting next to the pool, okay? Like, she legitly can strike up a conversation with just about anyone you can think of, and she has the sweetest heart, okay? So for me to see my daughter, who has always just loved and, come home from school and worry about these girls who are so just nasty and, judgmental and saying all of these things and making her feel any less than, I trigger when I see bullies, because I know that the most beautiful people in the world have been affected by bullying, okay? And what I see right now in this industry, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of.
All right, I can admit when I'm wrong. She's talking about other reps. Now, that I from what I've seen, when a rep leaves a company, that's bullying. That's definitely bullying. So yeah, I was wrong. Not the direction I thought it was gonna go in. My bad. But yeah. So it sounds like she left a company and she was definitely bullied upon exiting, which is par for the course, unfortunately. When you leave a cult, you become enemy number one. So, allegedly, in my opinion.
Yourself. You guys are out there promoting this industry as being inclusive, as being a industry where when you come in here, you can develop your mindset. You can become confident in yourself, right? And we fight hard. We fight hard for that reputation. I don't want to cry, right? I don't want to cry. It's a hard thing because, I've been in that space. I've been in that space. That's what we just went through, right? We were in that space. And I cannot imagine a person in the world who would sit there and bully, like social media bully an adult. I just don't understand it. I never will. And if you...
Oh, there it is. See, I knew I was right. I knew I was right. The MLM reps, in my opinion, suck when you leave a company. They go after you hardcore, and you're cut off from everyone you thought you were friends with. Because unfortunately, all those relationships are transactional, and once you no longer serve a purpose, that's it. You're done. They have no use for you anymore. So more often than not, you lose all your friends that you've made within your company, and the people that you thought you could count on aren't there anymore, and that can be a traumatic experience. But I was right. So naughty boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. Why am I like this?
Are one of those people and you're passing this around, because it's probably going to go into the anti-MLM world, and everybody, what were they calling me, the boss babe, the whatever, right? Guys, do better. You want more for this industry. What if it was your child? I'm just saying, what if it was your child that was being bullied on social media? Would you be okay with that? Or would you want to go kick somebody's ass, right? So anyway, what I have seen, the first thing that I want to talk about is what I've seen out there is sad. It's sad because I know what this industry can do. I've seen it. I've been through it. I've been through the ups and downs. Guys, I've had it all and I've had nothing.
See, that's the thing though. She's saying that at one point she had it all with the company and then she lost it all. That's not normal. Outside of the MLM structure, that's not normal. Usually, excluding people who come into money fast and then aren't smart with it, but usually if you build some sort of wealth through hard work, typically you maintain that wealth. And I don't know how much she's made in her previous companies and stuff like that. I'm assuming by her following, she was a fairly big leader. Because again, I'm more so focusing on the people in this situation. But you shouldn't get it all and then lose it all. That's not right. I mean, these MLM reps are some of the hardest working people I have ever seen in my life. I could never go that hard for, a company that doesn't give a shit about me, and then they either make nothing or they lose it all. That's absolutely heartbreaking. And while I might come off as a sassy bitch sometimes, and I am, I'm not without emotion, and I do this. My whole agenda for this channel and for the commentary that I make is because I have a heart and because I don't like seeing people be subjected to these unethical things. And so to see her talk about, I've had it all, but then I've had nothing, and your hard work should pay off. The amount of work that you're putting in should pay off. You go to the casino and you gamble some money. There's a chance you might win. There's a chance you might lose. So you lose it all. That's normal. But when you're working as hard as these people do, there's no reason why they shouldn't be fairly compensated. But they don't, because only the top 1% succeeds.
We've had it all and we've had absolutely nothing. And I have seen what this industry can bring to people's lives. If you want freedom, and I'm not talking about money, just money.
I had to push it back to you. I had the lipstick.
That is so crazy. Anyway, we have a filter, guys. If any of you guys have experienced any kind of success in network marketing, and when I say success, I mean it even paid your gas bill, it even paid those hours in our business.
That's not success, though. That, in my opinion, that's not success. Because a lot of these people are working from sun up to sundown. They are working, they're sacrificing time with their family, they're sacrificing time with their friends, they're sacrificing everything for literally almost a 24/7 job to only make a car payment's worth of money. So like in my head, I'm thinking of my car payment. My car payment, we're about to pay off my car, but my car payment was $400 a month. I couldn't imagine going to my job, working 8 hours a day, and that's only 8 hours, to then only be paid that $400 for the month. No. And that's what they don't understand. What they're saying is illogical. That's not success. Especially because a lot of these people often work a full-time job on top of this. You know, if you want a side hustle where you work an hour or two a day and you make a couple $100 a month from it, sure, that's great. But when you're working from sun up to sundown, cold messaging and posting on social media and this, that, and the third, that's not success. That's a company getting free advertising with that, and also not having the obligation to pay you anything.
You know, car payment, that's success. Because guess what? When we're working all of those hours in our business, in our 9-to-5 jobs, or for me, it was nursing, right? So it was 13-hour shifts and we still couldn't pay those bills. If you're even able to pay off one of your bills, that is freaking success, guys. And guess what? You didn't have to clock into another job and drive there to do that. So that's amazing, right? But anyway, this industry, we fight so hard for a reputation. So hard for a reputation, guys. And we should be supporting the hell out of everybody. Everybody who is in this industry, we should be there cheering them on, because we all know what every single one of us go through, right? Okay, so I covered the haters. We're gonna move past that, right? We're gonna move past that. Put it in our blinders. We're putting our blinders on. The hater blockers. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Remember that song? The hater block is on. The hater block is on. Anyway, all of those things that are going on, they have absolutely no clue what's going on behind the scenes, because we have created a community, a true community of all of the industries, people who have been through so much trauma, and we've all been supporting each other. We've all been a shoulder to cry on.
This is supposed to be a job. Like, it's a sales job. One, you haven't formed a true community. Because as soon as you no longer serve a purpose, and she experienced this, as soon as you no longer, at least it seems like it anyway, as soon as you no longer serve a purpose, they wash their hands of you. So no, it's not a true community. It's not a family. And while I feel like no love should be unconditional, except for my children, I will love them unconditionally, but everybody should be called into question when they do something wrong. And I'm not sure the point I'm trying to make here, but what I'm saying is that they encourage bad behavior. They encourage the bullying of other people when they leave the company. I mean, you've seen, if you're anywhere in the anti-MLM sphere, you've seen the group chats and the Zoom calls and this, that, and the third. So no, it's not a family. Unless, it's like that toxic family that you go no contact with because, like, narcissism and all. But no, it's not a family. It's not. Family is something good and special, and they love you and are there for you regardless of what your financial status is or what company you're with, or, you know, and family doesn't have to be blood related either. And that, so, you know, don't think that, but no.
Amazing resources. We've become like a huge family, guys. And when I say huge family, how many affiliates do we have? 6,000, over 6,700 affiliates. There goes Jax. Somebody's at our window, I'm sure. We have over 6,700 affiliates right now, but you wouldn't even know it because we are like a close-knit community. Every single Saturday, we get on there with our coffee and we talk about topics and we all converse. We all are close. It's just an amazing community. What we have built here is something so different. So that's why when all of those people talk all their crap, the minute...
So you love bomb them and brainwash them. Allegedly, in my opinion.
That somebody attends one of our things, they know totally different. So anyway, remember that disgusting stuff that I said that we drank? That disgusting stuff that I said that we drank over like 10 months ago that worked so beautifully, that just gave us this calm and calmed our thoughts and you know, made it so that we felt kind of like the things that normally would trigger us just don't trigger us anymore, right? They turned that into this strip. And yes, this is real. It's not shoes. It's not a Post-it note. Right? I know that lots of people are talking about that because apparently someone used a Post-it note or whatever, but let's be honest, guys, this is MLM. And the previous company that I worked with taught us all launch before you land, right? Launch before you land, which means that you talk about other people's experience with the product before you even get it in your hands. However, what a lot of people don't know is that there's a lot of people that tried this product already in the past. A lot of people that have already tried this product in the past, and Brandon and I have been able to watch almost 30 people take it in front of our faces. And do you want to tell them about that?
Go ahead, you're good.
You know, Brandon's a man of many words, right? Until you meet him.
Yeah. Shanna does a lot of talking on the online and in person. You got me.
Hey, girl, hey. So, okay. When you meet Brandon in person, and if any of you guys have, you're going to know he's the one who's talking all the time in person. But when we're on videos, it's always me. So, okay, we went to Dallas because I don't know if you guys know this, but we have some major backing for this company. Like, we're not going anywhere. You guys can talk all the crap you want, but we're not going anywhere. We have an amazing backing for this product, right? So we went to Dallas. Look, it's so weird. I just transferred it to you. It's like...
I will say her amusement with this filter is quite funny. It's cute. It's cute.
Oh no, it was magic for a minute. Anyway, we were in Dallas and we got to tour the warehouse. And guys, if I ever needed, I didn't because I tried the raw product and I knew how amazing it was. So I didn't need reassurance at all. I was in this a 1,000,000% months ago, right? But if I ever needed reassurance, when we went to Dallas and got to see the warehouse, the liqueur warehouse.
For anyone who doesn't know, that's Terry Liqueur, and he also I believe he owns Prove It, or at least the company that manufactures their ketones.
Warehouse, okay? If any of you guys know who Liqueur is, right? Liqueur Enterprises. We got to go to the warehouse and check it out. And guys, the cleanliness, the testing, The levels of testing that they put their products through before it is made and after it is made, it blew me away because it was beyond my expectations, beyond anything that I could have ever thought, right? And what was really, I did it again. It's like magic. It's like magic.
For anybody who's just catching on, there's a filter on, and the lipstick keeps going between both of us.
Anybody who wants to see Brandon with lipstick? Oh, it's not doing it. Darn it. Anyway, we got to go to the liqueur facility. We have fun here, by the way, guys. We like to have fun, okay? We're not all, oh, look, I did it again.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Oops, I did it again. I played with you. No? Ah! Okay, so back to the product. So while we were at Liqueur's facility, they decided that they were going to give everybody a strip. And Brandon and I had tried the strip many times, so we said, oh my gosh, this is going to be so cool. We get to stay in back of the room and watch all 30 people take this strip in front of our face. We wanted to see what the reaction was going to be. We didn't know what to expect, but we were like, let's just see what they say. We want to hear all their talk after they take it, right? So we were sitting in the back and we were watching them. And first, guys, you ever went on a field trip? And I want this to be interactive. Tell me, if you've ever been on a field trip in school and a bunch of people were like, pss, 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 they're all like in their little groups with chatter, right? And even though the person was talking about all the cool stuff, like the machine and how everything works and all the testing, right? And everybody's just in their like little corners going, pss, 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 and they're all talking and laughing and, you know. And so at one point they were like, hey guys, you hear me back there? And we're just watching. We're watching all of them like just kind of, you know, be in their little like groups. And they handed out the strip, okay? And guys, within 6 minutes of them giving everybody that strip, Brandon looks over at me and he's like, do you see this, babe? And I'm like, I have goosebumps. You want to know what we were watching right in front of our faces? All of those people who were doing the little chit-chattering all around the groups, right? Just like a field trip would be, they all stopped and they all were watching straight ahead and they were like, wow.
Is it minus the unalive part? Is this giving anyone else like Jim Jones Kool-Aid vibes? I don't know. That's just that the situation that they're describing to me is just not sitting right. It's screaming cult with a capital C, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like if you were there, you would have just seen everybody just kind of like focused on what was going on in front of them.
It was crazy. It's like that whole chit-chattering stopped. They all started focusing. They all had this big smile on their face. They were all so happy and calm. And they all just looked at each other and were like, wow, that's really interesting. And I'm cracking up because I'm like, this is insane. The amount of people that we are going to change their lives with this product.
Absolutely.
I can't even imagine, right? There's a reason why people are talking about this tiny little strip, guys. There's a reason. If people are making fun of it, and I've seen top leaders of other companies sit there putting a piece of cheese on their tongue. I'm like,
See, haters, they don't hate up, or they don't hate down, they hate up. So when they see something better, that's when they start hating. That's when you see all that hate coming out.
They've literally put a piece of cheese. Talk about a bully. They put a piece of cheese on their.
And I've seen this a lot with a lot of different Elomir reps. The way she's like manhandling the strip and taking it in and out of her mouth. Like, it's grossing me out. Like, just fucking put it in your mouth. Put the strip in your mouth and let it do what it's supposed to do, because at this point it's probably sticky and it's started to dissolve. I'm not a germaphobe by any stretch of the imagination or any stretch of the word. I know I'm not a germaphobe, but that's just
and their tongue, and they go, and they start making fun of us. Wow.
I was like, give me your address. I'll send you one.
I know. Let's send you one. You'll be a happier person.
You'll be impressed.
You won't be a grumpy pants. If you have a strip, we might need to send you one, sweetie. And the thing is that it's nasty, because who would join that? Who would join a leader who does that? Imagine what they do to their downlines who leave or they don't like or whatever it may be. What in the world are they doing to their downlines when they do something like that and bully somebody? It's disgusting. Maybe we should turn them into compliance with their company, right? It's disgusting, right? But anyway, this little strip, we're moving on to bigger and better things, okay? Because this little strip, what it does, it literally has 3 active ingredients. 3 active ingredients, right? It's NAC, curcumin, and thiamine, okay? Are you laughing? What are you laughing at?
Meg.
Oh, the stanky coachy in here. No, girl.
What did she say?
I keep that nasty energy.
Hold on, I have to rewind that because I didn't catch what she said.
Energy. Okay, because this little strip, what it does, it literally has 3 active ingredients. 3 active ingredients, right?
Which, again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Erinbies and Juliejo have, and so Savannah Marie have covered this company a lot. And I remember, so I believe it's NAC, which the FDA is really trying to make it so they can't put those in supplements. It's used for, among other things, but for Tylenol overdoses. It's not supposed to be in supplements, and there's not enough information out there to determine whether or not it's safe to be putting in any supplements. But the supplement industry, that's a whole nother unethical video of its own, because it's not regulated and most companies can just do whatever the hell they want. But they're trying to make it so that they can't put NAC in products. And then curcumin, I believe, is turmeric. And then the thiamine, I believe, is B vitamins, right? I'll have to look it up. But yeah. Anyway, I want to see what she read, what comment she read.
It's NAC, curcumin, and thiamine, okay? Are you laughing? What are you?
I can't quite decipher what it was she said.
laughing at?
Meg.
Oh, the stanky coachy in here. No, girl, that's what I'm talking about. We don't want none of that around here. So you can keep that over there in those companies that you're representing, right? Like, keep that nasty energy over there in those companies you're representing. Anyway, in this tiny little strip. So I want to talk about all the naysayers for this little strip, right? Because so many people have said, oh my gosh, I can go buy those ingredients like at the local store. So like they're promoting like this strip that has like less ingredients than you can go buy in your local store. Absolutely we do. Absolutely we do. We have less ingredients in this little strip, but you want to know why? Because we have a technology that nobody has, okay? And it is called diffusion technology. It means that you can put this on your tongue and it's going to dissolve, and it is going to go and deliver on a cellular level into your body.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, what about Listerine strips? I mean, they don't make you feel any sort of way, but that's like the same kind of technology, isn't it? Or what about Suboxone strips? those are sublingual, and you put them on your tongue and they melt. I don't think they were the first ones with this diffusion technology.
And you are going to feel the results within 5 to 10 minutes. Some people take 20. I'm not going to be the hyper today, okay? We're going to talk about real stats here, okay? We felt it within 4 to 5 minutes, I'd say. Some people say 10, some people say 20, and you know what? Some people even say that they don't feel it right away in that first day like some people do, okay? But what they do say is that after they take it for 3 days or so, they're like, oh my gosh, well, I didn't feel it on that first day like you guys did. And so I was a little disappointed because I thought that I was gonna feel this like amazing rush of like calm or energy. But now, all I noticed is that I felt more present when I was with my kids. And I noticed that I got more done than I usually get done. Or they would say something like, I was in traffic today, guys, and I am the worst person in traffic. I am like that person that yells at everybody in traffic, and it didn't bother me today. So those are the kind of results that we're starting to hear, guys, from this. And there are less ingredients in this because you should always need.
You should always need less. You should never need more. Yeah, that's like great and all logic-wise, except for the fact that you guys are charging a premium price for a sub-premium product. It's like $80 for a box of Access Clarity. For products that, yes, you can order off Amazon or go to Walmart and buy, or GNC or whatever. It's bullshit. In my opinion, it's all bullshit.
Less. You should never need more. So if any of you guys want, I'm not going to go into all the ingredients and what they, because it's amazing, guys, but go and Google curcumin, Google NAC, and Google thiamine.
Aha!
Right? Everybody,
I was right.
Everybody.
I was right. Thiamine, what is B vitamins? Curcumin is the turmeric, and then NAC is the medicine they use for Tylenol overdoses. Cool.
Energy, it's amazing brain food. Okay. Pretty much knows about B1, thiamine, right? It converts all of your foods. Amazing brain food, okay? So it helps those thoughts, right? It helps you focus more and have less of those crazy busy thoughts, if that makes sense, right? And then the curcumin, guys, if you don't know what curcumin does, go look it up and see about the bio.
Hold on. Turmeric. You know where I got this? The Dollar Tree. I got it at the Dollar Tree. Right here. Turmeric. Yep. Curcuma. Curcuma longa. Standardized to 95% curcumuloids. I take it for joint inflammation. Turmeric. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. In fact, you can get B vitamins at the Dollar Tree too. Probably not NAC, but still. You know, point proven is that you can buy these ingredients cheaper a plethora of other places.
Availability of curcumin. And what that just means is how fast and how easily, readily it can into your body for you to have all of the benefits of it. So if you go and buy a curcumin supplement off of the shelves, you are gonna notice that when you take a capsule, you're going to have to take a capsule that has curcumin and black pepper. I've had lots of people ask this question, so I wanna cover this. By the way, I should say that if any of you guys don't know who I am, because some people might just come on here and they don't know who we are, right? I am an RN. I've been an ER RN for 14 years, but I also just recently got certified in integrative nutritional health. So I also do that as well. But if any of you guys need to look up the benefits, guys, curcumin is absolutely amazing. It's a powerful antioxidant. It has lots and lots of benefits that you can look up. NAC, guys, is a precursor to glutathione. If you don't know what glutathione does, please go look it up. This little tiny strip has gut health. Every single day that you're taking this, you are improving your gut health as well, okay? So not only does it have those short-term instant benefits, but it has long-term benefits of helping with so many things, but gut health is one, guys. And as you know, your brain and your gut are all intertwined, right? So when you get your gut right, you get your brain right. And so this is a strip that you literally take, only need a tiny bit of each of the ingredients. You don't need what's on the shelves, because when you take curcumin, you need black pepper in that curcumin for it even to, and I'm being nice when I say this, guys. I'm being nice when I give you this stat. About 10% of your curcumin that you take from your local store that has black pepper in it absorbs. About 10%, okay? Guys, when you are taking this, it is giving you all of those 3 active ingredients on a cellular level. You do not need all of that, right? You do not need I don't know, somebody said to me one day, well, I don't understand. How come it's only 45 milligrams on this little strip? So let me tell you something cool. And also somebody said to me, I don't know if I'm passing that on to you, babe, but
Nope.
also somebody said to me that, well, I've seen strips out there. You guys think that you're so different. I've seen strips out there. I went on Amazon and I saw these strips. Well, guess what, guys? There are strips out there. They're not an MLM, but there are strips out there. But the difference between our strip and their strip is our technology, right? We have that diffusion technology that gets delivered on a cellular level. But not only that, Terry has had a strip machine. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have said his name. Liqueur Enterprises has had a strip machine in his warehouse. I passed it to you. In his warehouse for over 2.5 years. And in those 2.5 years, he could never, ever fit enough. Dang, I got it like that. He could never, ever fit enough product on this little strip, on this little real estate, for it to be effective. All the strips out on the market.
Where are the sources on that? Where are the sources? Like, I mean, they just spit out these statistics, but I want to see where they're getting them from.
Only have about 20% effective ingredients, active ingredients on their strip. We have 5 active ingredients on this little strip. 45, okay? So when you look at the milligrams, understand you don't need the 1,000 milligrams. You don't need all of that, because this is getting delivered on a cellular level. Yeah. And I've had lots and lots of people ask questions about, you know, oh, well, how many times do you need to take this strip? You know, this is a once a day. We have a 30-day supply. You take it once a day. Of course, if you have a situation where, let's say you're getting on a plane and you need to calm yourself, or you're getting on a boat and you're like, oh my gosh, I have fear of water. I have fear of being on a boat. Okay, then you could take another one. That's completely fine. But this is a 30-day supply. You only need 1 strip. Are you going to take it?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll take it, fine.
That's it. That's it. You put it on your tongue, it dissolves. And by the way, guys, it doesn't taste disgusting anymore. Remember when I told you I was like, no, this tastes disgusting? This literally tastes so good. It tastes like a berry citrus flavor when you put it on your tongue. Some people say it tastes like a fruit roll-up, but I beg to differ because fruit roll-ups are very, very sweet. This does not have any sugar. This does not have any carbs. I feel like it's a light berry citrus flavor. It's not as sweet as a fruit roll-up because it has all that sugar, if that makes sense. So we don't have sugar in here. This is literally like gluten-free, GMO-free. You can take this when you're on a keto diet because there's no sugars that you're going to be adding. If any of you guys take NAC already, drop it in the comments. Put a little me, say me in the comments if you guys already take NAC. Because if you guys do, you know how many benefits NAC has. It's absolutely amazing. There has been so many studies, NIH studies on NAC.
But there's also been plenty of research to show that it may not necessarily be the safest thing to be putting in supplements. There's not enough studies out there to determine how it affects you long term. There's not enough studies out there to determine what the overall effect is on your body. And that's the issue, is that it's not safe. It's just that there's no research to prove that it's 100% safe. And also too, there's no research, at least that I've seen, that it's okay to give to kids. These people are giving these strips to their kids. And that's going to be another video too that I very much want to work on, is basically stop giving your MLM products to your fucking children. Just stop. What you subject your own body to is your prerogative, but your child cannot consent to taking it. So stop. Anyway, let's go on. We're almost done.
It does so many things for your body. It is not a drug. I hear that out there, right? People are like, and let's just be honest while we're on here. Let's just start talking real stuff, right? People have been like, oh, well, I hear that they're going to try to take NAC off the market.
Here we go with the big pharma talk. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of problems with big pharma and pharmaceutical companies and whatnot. But because of that problem, don't you think if it was as amazing as these people are saying that it is, that these pharmaceutical companies would be capitalizing on it? I mean, they would, because they're greedy. They want the money. I mean, it's a safety issue, not a money issue or an effective issue. It's a safety issue.
Well, yeah, they are looking into doing that, guys, because it's amazing. They want to take it off the market. Like FDA want it, right? They want it because it does so many amazing things. It's kind of like, do you guys, is this giving you reminiscent times of when we used to sell CBD way back then, right?
It does. It really does. Because I remember when we were doing CBD, we used to get, oh my gosh, take the filter
I did it.
We used to get so many messages about, oh my gosh, CBD. Like, this is before the hemp bill, the farm bill came out. We were, you guys are going to jail, this and that.
People used to message me and they're like, you guys, you're gonna go to jail. CBD. You can't sell that.
Yeah.
That is not allowed. You're gonna lose your job as a nurse. You're gonna, I remember all of those times, and I remember there even being gray areas where people would like message me. They would send me this like article on CBD and say, look, it's illegal in our state. Are you gonna get in trouble for selling this? And I'm like, no, we're not going to get in trouble. And I was like, I really hope not, right? But here's the truth of the matter, guys, right? Is that we didn't get in trouble. The hemp bill came out, right? Like the farm bill came out, and it wound up being sold everywhere. And here's another situation like that, guys. They're trying to get a hold of it. Of course they're trying to get a hold of it because it's amazing. They want to take it off the shelves, but guys, it's not banned. If you go to your local food store or your local like nutrition store, you're going to find NAC. We actually just had it all through our household when we just had, when we just got sick. I'm not going to say with what, but we got sick and we all took it, right? But the problem is that again, NAC is very hard to absorb if you're taking it in a cap.
I hope you guys at home aren't playing a drinking game where she says, every time she says cellular level, you take a drink. Because if you are, I'm assuming you're watching this
form. So this allows it to be delivered on a cellular level to your body. And if you know what NAC does, you're excited about that already. I don't even have to say anything else. You're excited about that already, right? And we already have a backup plan, guys. So don't worry about all the naysayers who are like, it's illegal. So was CBD back then, right? Everybody's like, it's illegal. You guys can't sell that. And next thing you know, the farm bill comes out and everybody and their mother's selling it. It's even in Bed Bath Beyond. It's in your local gas station, you know. So look at that. It's so funny. I feel like I'm on TikTok, like one of those, I don't use a filter. How dare you say that I use a filter? Okay. I'm just putting a little fun into this, guys. But anyway, I do want to tell you that this strip, if you want to know more about this strip, okay, get into our inbox. I can add you to a group. Guys, our group, this has gone viral. Our group has probably over 22,000 people between the 13,000 that are in it and the people who are requesting to be in it. Guys, this went viral way quicker than we ever even imagined. Don't get me wrong. 10 months ago, we knew what we had our hands on. We tried that raw product and we told her, oh my gosh,
this is amazing.
I've never, ever felt this way before in my life. And I know what this is going to do out there. But then she added the backing, which was Liqueur Enterprises. And we were like, okay, this is going to get big, but oh, we didn't expect it to get this big. We are viral, guys. Like I've never, if you haven't seen our strip.
It's not viral. She keeps saying it's viral. It's not viral. If you're not in the anti-MLM sphere or in the MLM sphere, you likely haven't heard of this. There were a few articles that were written, but in my opinion, that was mostly due to the fact that of all the anti-MLMers calling it out. But you know, it's not viral.
Oh wait, I want to give you an example. I had somebody who came in my inbox and told me, I literally live in a town that like nobody's heard of. Like the town nobody's heard of, right? Like we're this little tiny town. And somebody literally said to me, have you heard about those yellow strips? And I was like, what? Like that is how viral we have gotten, that we are off of social media, guys. People in little tiny towns know about our yellow strip. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you want in, you need to get in now. We're going to invite you into our ATM group, which is a testimonial group, right? So that you can see all the testimonials, learn a little bit more about the product. Know that we are in what's called a pre-enrollment phase right now, guys. Okay. So what does that mean? That just means that we got so viral that our backing had to order more machines to be shipped to Dallas for them to put our strips into production. And that's huge, guys, because if you understand what that means, they have already invested millions of dollars into this company because they know what's about to happen. Well, what has already happened. So we are getting those machines into Dallas so that we can catch up on our production. And once we do, we will open up to customers. But for right now, we are just in our pre-enrollment phase, which means if you are interested in being a brand partner, let me know and I can.
So just in case anyone needs some clarification, that means that they've only sold to distributors at this point in time when this video was filmed. So what you're saying is that your distributors are your customers, right? Right?
Hook you up and I can get you into the group before we ever open up to our customers, okay? Which will, we're all crossing our fingers that that's going to be very, very soon because they're getting these machines and they're catching up on the production, but we are just in so much demand that we are just sitting here like praying and crossing our fingers that we can start to catch up so that we can open up to customers. But I will say this, that I love the fact that our CEO, she refuses to take anyone's money because
just the distributor's money.
Because she does not want to open to customers and take people's money when she does not have the product sitting there in her hand to ship out to you. And if you guys don't understand what that means, I know lots of other companies that sit there and pre-order and they take all this money from the customers, right? And they don't care. They don't care. They're like, well, if they don't get their product for 40 days, they don't get their product for 40 days. Well, no, our CEO is different.
She's not different. She's not different. She's not different. She's not different. She's not different. She's just like all the other manipulative MLM owners. She's not different. She's taking all of the distributors' money, not the customers, quote unquote, because the distributors are the customers. She's taking their money. The people who are advertising for her are paying her. Some of them are just now receiving the rest of their order. And it was fairly recently that they just opened to customers, like actual customers, not the distributors. So no, she's not different. She's shitty just like the rest of them.
And she does not want to take people's money when she doesn't have the product to ship out to you guys.
Yeah,
so once she does,
pretty amazing.
Yes, absolutely incredible. And once she does, she will go ahead and announce that we are all caught up and that we're open up to customers, and we'll be able to, she'll have that product in hand and ready for us to be able to ship out to you. So if you guys don't know, if you don't see that integrity right there, there's a couple companies that I don't want to mention that have done that, right? And put themselves in a pre-order status where they've taken money from their customers and didn't have the product there. And then guess what happened? They had to refund every single person their money. So we're not about to do that, guys. We are just pre-enrolling our brand partners. So if you are interested, please drop interested below and I will put you in our testimonial group so you can learn a little bit more about the product, about the company.
I did get pretty chill, actually. I'm feeling pretty good. Just saying.
You can see that, huh? I could see it when Deb came over. She took one in front of us and we were cracking up because right in front of us, she's like, oh, I feel pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, we can see that. You're glowing. Mm-hmm. So yes, Sydney, nobody should be taking anybody's money unless they have the product. So I am very proud to stand behind this CEO, this company, this product. You know, if you have racing thoughts, that's what I'm going to call it. Cause Brandon, that's why I call Brandon. He has the busy brain.
I do. I drive her nuts in the morning, guys. Like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, babe, I got to get this done. And she's like, oh my gosh, I have anxiety. All right.
I do. Don't say that word. Not on here. Well, I get very overwhelmed.
Yes.
Listening to him.
She can't handle all my thoughts running through my head so much because
He's
I'm
like,
expressing everything.
babe,
I'm like,
babe.
I gotta get
oh
this,
wait, and
this,
he rubs
this,
his head.
this,
Rub
this.
your
I
head.
do
Rub
this,
your
I
head.
do
This
this.
that's his head, right? But he rubs his head, and he's like, I gotta do the lawn, and I still have to finish this one piece. And I still have to finish this one piece because he does his woodwork too, guys, which we're hoping to start opening soon. But he does his woodwork, right? And he's like, I gotta finish this piece, and I gotta do the lawn, and oh my god, I gotta run to the gas station. Oh, I gotta go to the post office. And I'm like, oh, take a strip. That's when you like literally ready to pop the strip.
Just throwing them at
right?
me.
Yeah, just throwing it at him, like catch it in your mouth, like pop that strip, right? Because that's Brandon in the morning. And see, for me, I'm not as much that way, but I'm very much the mom, what? Or babe, what? You know, and it takes away those little like triggers throughout your day that you have that like maybe like something that really you notice affects you. Like you can feel that heaviness on your shoulders, and you just feel so like worked up throughout your day. For me, that just releases. Somebody said,
Excuse my cat. He wanted nothing to do with me before I sat down to film. So the way that they're describing this product, like it's giving me like edible vibes. Like it genuinely sounds like they popped an edible. And it's just NAC, turmeric, and B vitamins. Like it's not anything that's gonna get you high. It's not gonna make you feel, you know, spectacularly different. At least in the manner that they're describing it. It's so fucking weird to me. Like the way she describes, it's like, you know, she's like, oh, I feel pretty good, you know, like it's not a drug. It's not a mind altering substance. It's not gonna, it just doesn't make any sense the way she's describing that this makes you feel.
it feels like your good friend is giving you a big bear hug. That's what somebody described it as. I thought that was interesting because I can see that. I can see how it feels that way. So anyways, guys, I made this so long, and I knew it was going to be, who am I kidding, right? Because I'm a talker. But if any of you guys need any information, and if somebody invited you to this, let me just start there. If somebody invited you to this, please get back with them on the information about this strip and about the ATM group that they can add you to learn more. But if you are on my page and you're my friend, let me know, and I will get you in that
ATM
ATM group.
Me on this?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. So if you are my friend, you can contact me as well.
We don't want to leave Brandon out. We don't want to leave Brandon out. If you're his friend, contact him and we will put you into the ATM group. I hope I gave you a little bit of information and insight on what it is that we're doing. We are back. We started our reels. We started our TikToks. I know a lot of people have been saying they missed us on TikTok and our reels, doing our little couples comedy. We have started that again. We've just been so busy.
Yes, we have.
With this launch. And I hate that word busy because it's such a good thing. It's such a good thing. We've been crazy. And oh, I forgot to mention, guys, I've never seen so many rank ups in my life. We have been so blessed. We have literally passed the highest volume that we have ever been in network marketing before. That's exciting. Like, I don't think it's really kicked.
They've only sold to distributors at this point. Only to distributors. You're saying the quiet part out loud again. It's been an ongoing, you know, I was going to say theory, but it's more than a theory, that the distributors are the main customer base. They haven't sold to customers yet when this video was made, and it's been only the distributors who have bought product and signed other distributors. So you're ranking up off the back of your downline, excuse me, off their hard work.
And yet, I think that there's just going to be this one day where Brandon and I just start bawling because of all of the we have been through in this last year and a half. We got to the point where we thought we were going to have to sell our house. We have pulled money out of accounts that we never thought that we would touch, but you know what? It was all for a reason, and we're here now, and we're going to help so many other people who have been struggling, and that's what we live for. I mean, if I want to,
I'm smiling so hard now I can't even. I don't know why.
I don't want to start crying, but that's what I live for. I live for seeing all of these people who have trusted in something that's been so up and down. It's been a ride, guys. If you have been in our launch team for a while, you know what I mean. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster ride. All the hate that you guys have lived through, all of the things that you have overcome. I'm so proud of this team. I'm proud of what we represent. I don't care what anyone has to say. I'm proud of everything that we have done here. And I cannot wait to see you guys' first paychecks and celebrate what we have gone through together and have been a supportive, just safe place, a safe place that we can just rely on each other through all of that nonsense, that disgustingness that's out there. I thank every single one of you guys who have been here and just pushed through. And I can't wait to see your first paychecks, guys. And I'm going to get off here because I'm crying now. And I didn't want to do that because you know what, my face is going to be on some anti-MLMs. You know, I might as well say hi now. Hi! That I'm on some anti-MLMs thing. And it's fine, guys, because I know what this is a powerful thing that we have in our hands right now.
So that was interesting. You know, what really with her, so sometimes with these like top leaders, you can tell that they are fully aware of how unethical their company is and how unethical the business model is. And you can just tell. They know they might have been preyed upon at one point and, you know, recruited in, but the closer to the top, the more of the curtain that's lifted. And, you know, so you can often just tell they're master manipulators, in my opinion. However, with her, you know, I genuinely feel like she thinks she's doing good. She thinks that she is changing people's lives. I don't think she's 100% oblivious to what is happening, but I do think that she is of the mindset that she's changing people's lives. You know, she comes off, despite despite the video, she does come off as fairly genuine. It's a shame, you know. I mean, you see these people and you wish you could just grab them by the shoulders and shake them and be like, what are you doing? You know, it's sad. So, especially because it does seem like she went through a pretty traumatic exit with her previous company. But, all right. Thank you for joining me. I know we have a different filming location today. It is rainy here in New York, and so I'm a hurting unit. So you got to see Cash, comfy China in her jammies. I kept my makeup on though for you guys because that can get a little scary. Kidding. But yeah. So thank you for joining me here on Ethically Challenged, where we discuss ethically challenged individuals. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at ethicallychallenged1. and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.